Hi, I'm Troy from Studio 33 Guitar. Thanks for watching. So today we're looking at how to play Hurt by Johnny Cash. Now, this song was originally done by 9 Inch Nails, but Johnny Cash did a cover of it in 2002, and it's got a great sound played on acoustic guitar. Most of the chords played on this song are fairly simple, and so if you're a beginner, you should be able to pick this up without too much trouble. There is an F chord in there, so that'll be the hardest one in the song, but I'll show you a little bit of an easier way that you can play that as well. At first, we'll look at a simplified strumming pattern, and then we'll kind of work up into a little bit more of a complicated one that sounds a little bit more like the original. So let's jump right in and have a look at how to play Hurt. The first chord we're going to need for this song is an A minor chord, and that looks like this. You've got your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, ring finger right below that on the G, and then your index finger on the B string. And you're playing from the A string down. The next chord is a C major chord. For that one, you're going to leave your index finger and middle finger right where they are, and you're going to move your ring finger up to the C note, 3rd fret on the A string. Now the next chord is going to be a D chord, and there's a couple of different options you can use for this. You can use a regular D chord, which looks like this. That's just the standard way of playing D. Index finger on the 2nd fret, G string, ring finger on the 3rd fret of the B, and middle finger, 2nd fret of the E string. Now the way that I like to play it, and I think maybe the way that Johnny Cash plays it, is with a different type of D chord which looks identical to this C chord, and all we're going to do is just slide this up 2 frets to here. Now that's kind of like a D sus4 chord, but it's a little bit different. But it's not really important to know the name of it. Just know that it's the same as a C major chord. We're just sliding it up 2 frets. So if you're able to play that C major chord, it's really easy just to slide that up to play the D chord. And those are the only 3 chords that you need for the entire verse. Now let's look at the timing of the chord changes. We're going to play the A minor chord for 1 full bar, so that's going to be a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to switch to the C chord for 2 beats, 1, 2. And then we're going to slide up to that D chord and we're going to play 2 more beats, 3, 4. So together that would look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the next thing that we can do to make it a little bit more like the original is to pick a couple of those notes. And so that would sound like this. And so for that, all we're doing is we're picking the first 2 notes of each chord and then strumming through. So for the A chord, that would be like this. And then the C chord. And then the D chord. And that leads us to the chorus section of the song. Before we start the chorus, it goes to a G chord for 1 bar. So we play those verse chords for 8 times. So that sequence will go through 8 times for the verse. At the end of that 8th time, you'll go to this G chord, and then we're going to start strumming all down strums and all 8th notes. So that's going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And that G chord is kind of a lead-in to the chorus because the chorus sequence actually starts back on A minor again. Those chorus chords are going to go like this. A minor, F, C, G. And then that just repeats again. A minor, F, C, and G. And it does that 3 times. On the 4th time, it goes A minor to F, and then straight to G. And then it leads back to the A minor for the verse. If you're having trouble with that F chord, I'll show you a couple different ways you can play that as an alternative. You could play the full F bar chord like this, which of course is the hardest way to do it. The way that I was playing it was like this, which is basically like the bar chord, except instead of having the index finger up here, I just have it down here. Now you could also take just 3 of those notes. We could take the pinky finger off and just move the ring finger down, and we could play with just those 3 fingers down if we wanted to. And that would give us an F chord as well. And that's a little bit easier than that full F chord this way or this way. So you might want to give that a try. And then you can either bar that index finger down for that F chord, like that, or you can leave it up and just kind of rest it on that high E string so the string doesn't ring out. Now there's one other trick that I can show you to make the chorus sound a little bit more like the original. In the Johnny Cash version, there's a piano part that is playing a high G note repeatedly throughout the entire chorus. And you can replicate that sound with the guitar in this way. When you play that A minor chord, if you add your pinky finger to this note down here, this is a G note. And that's the note that we want to ring out. And you can leave that pinky finger down for all of these chords. So that's going to look like this. You've got the A minor. And for the F chord, just use those 3 notes like I just showed you, but just add your pinky in there as well. So that would sound like this. And then the C chord, you just move those 2 fingers up. Now for the G chord, this will be kind of the trickiest one. We're going to move these 2 fingers up one more time. And so then you end up with this. So all those chords together with that high G note in all of them would sound like this. And that's how you play Hurt by Johnny Cash. I hope that you found this helpful. If you did, then please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you in the next video.